First thing we want to do is uncover the leg. And we can do this by both legs. Are you okay, Masami, if we do both legs at the same time? I'm going to remove these guys because they're not really doing anything. They're cold anyway. You can just relax your hands down. And you're nice and covered, so don't worry. I'm just going to pull this up a little bit. Okay, so first step is connection. When we do connection, take a little bit of oil on your hands. It's thick oil, so it won't drip everywhere. And then take one hand, and you're going to start with the palm of your hand, the very centre of your hand, on the centre of their foot. Here, this is the first connection. So one hand here, and one hand over the back of the ankle. Okay? So first of all, spread the oil. So come up the middle of the leg, and down the sides of the leg. Take some more oil if you need, maybe a little bit more. And then we go into deep effleurage. So working with our body weight up the insides of the leg, all the way up to the buttock. And down the outsides of the leg. Okay? Kneading. Good. Kneading next. We're just going to do this quite quickly, Masami, for the video. So kneading. You want to knead, first of all, does it say the foot first or the foot last? It says kneading from the base to the top of the leg, focus on, and then knead the foot. Okay, so you first of all knead the whole leg. Again with your dancing kneading, back and forth, back and forth. Get your hips moving. Like you're in the disco. Okay. And then all the way up to the buttock. And then back down. Back and forth, back and forth. All the way down. Squeezing, kneading, petrissaging. And then you can knead the foot. Okay?
3 fingers stroking.
Okay, so the next is we're working up the bladder meridian, and we're working first of all up the foot with alternate hands. We're putting pressure through our 3 fingers. Coming up the foot and then up the back of the leg. One hand and then the other hand. One hand and then the other hand. Stroking alternately up the bladder meridian. All the way up to the buttock. When you reach the top of the leg, you're going to step back down and repeat again. 3 finger stroking, this is called. 3 finger stroking. Thank you, good. Okay.
Bend leg stretch.
After you finish your 3 finger stroking, I'll do this first, then you can do, okay? You can come back down, and then you're going to pick the leg up. You might need a bit of oil on the other side of the leg. You just wait there, and then you're going to, first of all, put one hand behind the back of the knee, and you're going to bend the leg up and stretch. She's very flexible, okay? So then I can remove that hand from behind the knee, support here, and then bend the toes. Oh my goodness. She doesn't even need the stretch. All the way back, this is doing nothing. And then pull the leg back down, and then you can give a little pull and lay the leg back down. Okay, if you want to try that. So lift the leg up. One hand first of all here. Good. Yeah, that's right. Perfect. Yeah, and then pushing down. Most people, they're I don't know whether this is just the Japanese are very bendy in terms of You guys sit on the floor more, huh? But most people, foreigners, their leg might come to here. So you can now relax and then remove this hand. And if you want more stretch, you can push the toes. It's doing nothing. And then coming back down. And then give a little pull to the leg, traction to the leg. Okay, and then we're going to come up to the glutes now. We're going to work into the gluteals. This is a little bit hard to demonstrate when two of us are working. So you want to have access to the glute here, and we're going to work into the glute with the base of our palm. So I'm going to come up the leg, and I'm going to press 1, 2, again like a cat, into the gluteal muscles. We want to come underneath the gluteal muscle. Does that feel okay, Masami? Mm-hmm. Working the glute muscles. Okay, if you want to try that for me. Just be careful of that bone there. Pressing in. Does that feel similar?
More inside.
Yeah.
Need more.
So we want to go into this point here. Okay, there's a little fossa, a little dip above the hip joint, in between the hip joint and the muscle. So there's a muscle here and fat, and then there's a bone here. We want to get in this kind of dip, and you want to do that by really pressing in. So give me your hand. The base of the hand needs to go in there. Can you feel the dip? And you want to go 1 and 2. Better?
Yes.
Underneath that muscle, it's in there. Okay? Good. Next technique.
Deep upper right thigh.
Once you finish the buttock, you can just cover the buttock slightly. And then we do deep effleurage thigh. Okay? Just effleuraging the thigh together. And next,
Opening thigh.
opening the thigh. We're going to put our hands like in a butterfly, and then we're going to press down and open up the thigh muscle. You can come up here if you want, if it's easier to see. You okay there? I mean the film. Is that better? Opening the thigh. Sorry, Masami, this is a bit hard on both legs, but off you go, keep going. Okay, next step.
Strike thigh.
Strip the thigh.
Strip.
Strike works as well. So for the stripping of the thigh, you want to make your hand into a fist. One hand goes on the back of the popliteal. The top hand goes in a fist, and with pressure we're going to strip up. In lines. You can work from the centre to the side of the leg. A bit slower. Same pressure?
Yes.
If you're working on a little bit less pressure, I'd say, or slower. If you're working on someone who's a runner or someone who has very, very tight muscles, on the outside, you can do it with the palm of your hand. This might be too much. On someone with a tight IT band, it might be too much. So you can do this instead. Okay, next step.
Effleurage calf.
Okay, so you can finish by soothing, and then effleurage the calf. Just effleurage. And then next.
Opening calf.
Opening the calf. Again, we can do the same opening technique with our hands. 1. We're kind of doing little circles. 2, 3, 4. One more maybe. 5. Next.
Stripping calf.
stripping of the calf, we're not going to do like this, we're going to do with our thumbs. First of all, we can go up the centre. And then we can do the sides. You can do the inside line with your fingers. And the outside 2 lines, because there's 2 lines, isn't there? One here, and then one slightly lower here. You can do it with your thumbs. Just basically find the lines up the calf. Work along the muscles and strip the calf. Nice. Next.
Open the foot.
Open the foot. Lovely. You can open the foot with your thumbs. After opening the foot,
Knuckle the foot.
knuckle the foot, and
Brush the leg.
so after knuckling the foot, effleurage the whole leg, up the middle line of the leg, down the side of the leg.
And stone.
And then the stone. Can you please take the stone out? And you might need to put them in water.
Stroke the back of leg, moving slowly from ankle up to the top of thigh in the waving movement. Return down the side of the leg in the gentle side on the second repeat. Pose and pause in acupressure point.
Okay, good. So, tomorrow one of our challenges here is figuring how we're going to get these stones to the right pressure. I mean the right temperature. That's still too hot. Maybe if we put them in the hot water. Do you have the hot water heaters in each room? Okay. I think maybe tomorrow we'll do them in the hot water because we can set the hot water to a certain temperature, can't we? Okay, this is going to feel really nice if it's at the right temperature. So with the bottom hand, we're just going to place it on the foot, and the top hand you're going to stroke. Does that feel okay temperature, Masami?
Yes, it's a little hot, but this is good.
Okay, keep it moving, keep it moving. Poor lady, she's our guinea pig. All the way up, and then coming down, we're going to pulse back down. So come to the top, you can come all the way up to the buttock if you can, and press into the buttock, and then press down. Let's do it together. 2, one more above the knee, 3, and then slightly on top now, 4, 5, and 6. And then the second time we do it, we're going to stop on the acupressure points. Now we have 3 acupressure points on the back of the leg. The first one is here, okay, in the dip of the gastrocnemius. The second one is here, about 4 fingers above the middle of the knee joint. It's called Wei Shang. And the third, we already know, is here. We did that with the poultices. Okay, so if you go to your diagrams, the first one's called bladder 56. The second one's called Wei Shang. And the third is called bladder 36. So in the same way, we're going to glide and release up to the first point, hold the stone and press. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, gliding up. And then again pressing. 4, 1, 2, 3. How does this feel? Because this is completely new. No one's even tried this. 4 and 5. Does it feel okay? Asani?
Yes.
Let us know if it doesn't feel good. Renee asked me to add this and no one had ever tried it on their body. So coming back down. Oh, there we go. And then you can finish by bringing the stone onto the foot, and you can just do a bit of foot massage with the stone. Okay, finish with connection to the foot. And cover the leg. Before we turn the guest over, we are going to remember we've got stones on the back and poultices in the neck. So first of all, you can remove these poultices, which are very light. And then we're going to carefully remove the towel from the back. And we're going to start from the base by a little circle. And then lift the stone and place the hand. And we're going to work the same way up the whole back, circling the crystal, lifting, placing the hand in the place that we have had the crystal. Circling the crystal, lifting off, placing the hand to honour the space. Circling the crystal, lifting, placing the hand. The last one should be a little bit further up for space. Circling the hand. Sorry, the crystal. And then placing the hand. Covering up the back. And preparing to turn the body over. So in the preparation for turning the body over, I would say definitely let's dim the lights. Let's make the lights less, shall we? Otherwise she might be shocked by the light. How do you do it? If you could do that for me, please. And have everything prepared for the other side of the body. So